Hey guys, first regardsman here, and today I'll be talking about the fastest way to unlock the new Siege Mode weapon colors in Space Marine 2 patch 13. Now, a lot of players have been asking, like, how do I unlock the yellow skins for my chainsword? How do I rock the sides of the Emperor drip? And today we're going to go over that and the fastest way to do so. So all you have to do to unlock these skins is just go over to your Siege Mode and play 5 waves and complete them. So every 5 waves of Siege Mode you complete, it can be on normal or hard, it does not matter, you will unlock a randomized skin. All the skin drops are completely random. You cannot select them for your weapons. Doesn't matter if you have a chainsword equipped or a combat knife. You will just get random colors for your weapons, and because of that, this will take a long time to unlock, and especially for things like the wave 25 on hard siege for that one ordeal. Now, the thing I want to mention here is that if we go to the ordeal section, there is actually a way to circumvent the unending vigil. This is reach wave 25 on siege on hard difficulty. Now, I did this before I found out that you could actually just do it on normal siege mode, because at the moment, unending vigil is like genuinely outside the scope of most of the player base in Space Marine 2. Getting to wave 25 in siege without like a proper coordinated team is very difficult, and I don't think most random groups are going to be able to complete this at all. And I'll be real, if this was tied to the cape grind in Space Marine 2, people will be losing their minds, but the fact it's not, that's probably why we haven't seen like a big uproar about it. But this one is definitely one of the hardest ordeals for most players, and the damage scaling in siege mode right now is diabolical. But at the moment, as of hotfix 13.1, you can just do normal siege mode and unlock all of these to wave 25. And wave 25 siege is really not too hard on normal at all, because the normal scaling is way easier, and you'll also complete the hold the line ordeal for completing waves in siege mode, so you can actually knock both of these out over time right now, and you also unlock all of your skins along the way. So just keep that in mind. All you have to do for those weapon skins is just play 5 sectors of siege mode. Doesn't matter if you go from like wave 5 to 25, as long as you complete 5 at a time every 5 waves, you will get a new skin. And one more thing I want to mention is that if you're trying to complete the wave 25 ordeal here, you have to make sure that you are in the game the entire time. You have to start from wave 1. You cannot join your friends in the middle of the game and like just unlock wave 25. You have to go from 1 to 25 manually, and if you're not there from the beginning of the game, it will not count. So just keep that in mind. Do not waste your time like I did a couple times. So that's all you really have to do for those. Now, as far as the easiest way to complete the siege mode stuff on normal, I'll show just a couple tips for that, because it's really not too difficult, but there's like a few things that most players should probably keep in mind. So in game on siege mode, when you start off in like either hard or normal, this is something you always want to do. You always want to buy every single tech priest. So you can buy a tech priest at every single terminal here, and the tech priest will slowly give you extra currency over a 5-minute period. They will drip feed it to you, and as long as you protect them, you'll get like the full amount of currency. This will make you disgustingly rich in siege mode, and because of that, you always want to prioritize these. In the normal mode especially, it is very easy to do so. If you're playing normal, you can also buy all the Astral Militarum with the Commissar, because they will pull enemies away from your tech priest, and also the Commissar is quite a powerful addition now. Now, the biggest problem I have is that unfortunately the frame rate does start to die at like wave 20 plus, so that really can't be helped. And as far as blessings are concerned, in the normal siege mode, it doesn't matter too much, but like if we go from like one requisition terminal to the next, all you have to do is just buy all those tech priests. Tech priests are the #1 most important thing in all of siege mode right now, arguably. So pretty much when you start off your match, just buy them all, and that's about it. And you also buy your turrets, because you are able to buy your sentry guns without a tech marine in your game, and the sentry guns also help out with like the wave clearing. Because the biggest thing about siege mode right now is to avoid the damage scaling of enemies. You just have to rush waves as fast as possible, so that means prioritizing things like grenade launchers, things like Auspex scan, and really anything that'll make your waves go faster. It is your top priority, and you know what makes your waves go fast is having more currency to buy things like dreadnoughts. But that should get you all the way to 25 as long as you just protect these tech priests. And I'll show a couple builds here on top of some bugged items, because at the moment we're just trying to cheese this as hard as possible. So some final things I want to mention here regarding the siege mode to just help your wave clearing is the grenade launcher. At the moment, both the heroic heavy bolt rifle and the standard bolt rifle grenade, this is like the best weapon in all of siege mode currently, especially if you take it on the tactical class, because because tactical is just kind of cracked in siege mode right now, and really in this patch in general. His damage calculation is absolutely bonkers, and the Auspex scan, this is like the only way to deal proper damage or like truly nuke enemies in some of the higher ways of siege mode, hard and stuff like that. And even in the normal mode, it will make your games go way faster. So when it comes to your Auspex scan, you want to build for things like concentrated fire and precise calibration, because these will take your Auspex scan damage bonus to like over 300% bonus. And this is what I use to just like push into those higher waves to like get all those ordeals done, and also just unlock some free some free cosmetics pretty much. So concentrated fire, precise calibration, the 75% damage buff here with a reduced radius of 25%, and the 120% damage buff here with a 60% longer lasting Auspex. These are fundamental to your siege mode game. If you're playing one class, I would take this, and of course take secure stockpile, because this has been a god tier perk in siege forever pretty much, because a 60-second melt-a-bomb for your entire team, that is incredible. And the only class I would say even remotely approaches the tactical on the siege mode would be the Tech Marine, because Tech Marine also has a heroic heavy bolt rifle and a bolt rifle grenade launcher, and that AoE damage on top of the attack's Auspex, that is where like 99% of horde nuking is coming from. And it's like kind of awkward that the only way the Bulwark right now is like really keeping up is because of his defensive mastery bug that will have no cooldown at the moment. So I would definitely abuse this, where the cooldown of the defensive mastery perk, there is none at the moment in the 13.1 hotfix, and because of that, you're able to just go around one-shot parrying everything in the siege mode. It's actually able to be incapacitated, so that includes things like, the Extremis and the Majoris, not the bosses though, unfortunately. But that being said, this guy is very strong because of that, because at a certain point, especially in hard siege, the enemies will start to just tank melt-a-bombs, so the amount of damage this perk is actually putting out is staggering. So I would definitely take this, because we're just looking to cheese here. We're not really looking for like, a super ultimate comp. We're just trying to cheese the shit out of this ordeal here for players, and because of that, I would definitely take this before it's patched the next hotfix. But just keep in mind, in 13.2, this will probably be hotfixed. But as far as the Tech Marine is concerned, you just take a bolt rifle grenade launcher, heavy bolt rifle grenade launcher, and you just spam out like turrets and things like that, and just spam out, what your plasma burn on the normal mode. This works just fine in normal, and the hard siege will definitely fall off, but the burn in the normal mode is pretty strong. And as far as like, other perks are concerned, methodical destruction is pretty strong. Reinforced position and battlefield repairs. Battlefield repairs isn't actually that useful anymore, because there are so many armor blessings, and combat squad resupply is still nice to have, and reinforced position is actually pretty nice, because all those random like turrets you have in the map, when you summon them, they will just sit around there for ages. So being within an active turret is like super easy in this mode. And other options are stuff like augmented tarantula that will buff up the turret effectiveness. This perk is quite strong in the normal mode, not very strong in the hard mode, and also replenishing salvo will give you more bombs, which are also very strong in the normal mode, because the damage scaling does not get too bad in that normal siege mode. And that's pretty much all there is for this one, guys. Hopefully this helped you. I mean, that ordeal is pretty diabolical. They might patch the normal requirement where like you can just do the normal modes for the hard siege, but we'll see if they do that in the next hotfix. But at the very least, the Bulwark defensive mastery bug, this will definitely be fixed, but this guide should be up to date for the most part, and hopefully this build guide helped you. And if you like content like this, subscribe for more. If you want to be live to ask me questions about the game, or just come hang out, you can find me here on YouTube or on Twitch with a link in the video description. I'll set a link to my community Discord. And as always, thank you for watching. Take it easy. Bye.